I can't believe how good this trilogy is, guys. It is blowing me away. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be giving another reading update of the Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb, and I'm pretty pleased that I've managed to maintain the discipline needed to commit the whole month of July to reading this trilogy back to back. It's been an amazing ride so far. So I've just finished reading Royal Assassin a few minutes ago actually, and I'm reeling. So much has happened, it's just boggling my mind, but I can honestly say that Fitz is becoming one of my most favourite characters of all time. Now, with the fantasy genre in general, you've probably heard the term thrown around second book syndrome, which normally applies to trilogies, where what I mean by that is it means that book two in a typical trilogy has a tendency to be a little bit laggy and not much happens and can turn people off. And with Farseer, it's no different, but I'm not going to pick on Robin Hobb for that because she makes up for it, in my opinion, with her mesmerising prose. No, I'm not going to bullshit you. If you're thinking about delving into this, you need to be aware that in the first third of book two, where we find Fitz coming back to Buckkeep from the Mountain Kingdom, not a lot happens. And it can be easy to just tap out, but I did a bit of homework before I started on this journey, and I was prepared for book two to lag a little bit, and from what I heard, people were right. But because the writing is so good, it's fairly easy to push on, and if you're delving into this for the first time, I would implore you to just get through it. Get through the first third of the book, even though it can be a little bit tedious. But as I said, I think Robin Hobb makes up for it with her very unique, mesmerising writing style, and not much happens. But it's when you get towards the halfway mark, and more importantly, the final third of the book, where things really start to happen. What I loved about this book was there were many plot elements to juggle, but it wasn't a hard thing to do because Robin Hobb does not info dump on you. With some fantasy series, her writing style is very concise. She moves the narrative along at a really good pace. The story evolves very, very clearly, and because it's told from Fitz's point of view, it's very, very accessible and easy to digest and to keep tabs on what's going on around the place. So you have Fitz fighting for the truth of Prince Regal's treachery towards King Shrewd, whose health is failing. You have him dealing with fighting for the love of his life in Molly. You have him dealing with his complicated relationship with Burrick, the stable master. You have him contending with the coterie. It is multiple individuals who work together to amplify the power of the skill, which is the magic system used in the trilogy, which is very, very original. You have Prince Verity, who has gone incognito on a seemingly failed quest to enlist the help of the Elderlings to deal with the Red Ship Raiders. And the ever-growing threat of the Red Ship Raiders are trying to forge people. So what I mean by that is that they kidnap villagers and they return them, but they strip them of their souls. So they're soulless beings who I'd compare it to zombifying them. So it's very, very easy to follow because Robin Hobb's writing style is very clear and accessible, which is the hallmark of this trilogy. So the end chapters of Royal Assassin were some of the most thrilling chapters I've ever read. Could not put this down. It's so exciting, the climax and what Fitz goes through, you just feel for him, and you can't help but sympathise with him. And a particular scene between him and Burrick when Fitz is captured is just incredible. And I can honestly say that I'm looking forward to jumping into book 3 right away, and I'm predicting I'll finish book 3 by the end of the month, which will wrap up a really, really good, enjoyable month of reading for me. And I certainly am glad that I picked up the series to read. It's just been incredible. So when you get to book 2 and you get to the last third of the book, I would suggest setting aside some time with no interruptions, because you won't want to be interrupted in this final third of the book. It's just so intense and things come to a real head, and it finishes in typical book 2 fashion, where it sets up everything for book 3, which I can't wait to get into. I'm going to start it pretty much after recording this video. As a matter of fact, I'm just really excited to see what happens in the final volume. So there you go, guys. That's my second reading update. I'll come back to you with probably 3 more updates, because book 3 is the longest in the trilogy. Book 2 was about 614 pages, and book 3 is 200 pages longer. So I'm going to need the rest of this month in order to finish it on time. But you know what? If I don't finish it on time and I slightly bleed into August, that's no big deal either, because I'm really enjoying the book, and I haven't been rushing it, which is the important thing. This is a trilogy that needs to be digested and not rushed, and that's not hard, because Robin Hobb's writing style makes the whole thing really enjoyable. And as I mentioned in my last reading update video, her writing style is very hypnotic, and she puts you under her spell, and all you want to do is spend time in the Six Duchies with Fitz. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of book 2 or the trilogy as a whole in the comments below, and I'll always respond to that. Very interested to see what you think. But until next time, guys, see you later.